Yes, sir. It's your boy Hayes. We back with another one. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we do that, let's give this video a thumbs up. If not, you already know. Also, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that like, so you'll be alerted every time you post a new video. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Before we do that, we're gonna do a recap of today and what went down. Then we're gonna get into the plays going into tomorrow. I'm gonna already tell you tomorrow is going to be tricky, being for the fact that the market is at all-time highs, high as it ever been. You got a mixed market. Some stocks, perform, large caps perform well today. Some broke down today, like Tesla broke down. Coinbase shot up. And it's crazy because Coinbase was the first one on the watch list in VIP. If you want to join VIP, just go to the home page, click the join button. It's the third tier. They give you all access to every single play we get in and out of. And the last tier exclusive give you access to the plays and learning and me. So watch list Coinbase. Usually I'm listening from the best potential to the least best potential. So that means, I should have been super sharp on coin because it's first, then Tesla, then Meta, then Lyft, then Super Microcomputer, then Bullish. Bullish end up doing very well as a good too. Only reason I had it at the back because they reported earnings on yesterday, and after reporting, it ain't moved as much as I expected it to move. It barely, you know what I'm saying? But then later on in the day, near the day about over with, it finished taking off. And I actually, made like $100 on it. It's crazy because at its peak I was up like 300 or 400, but I expected it to do more, and then it ended up doing that more later on. If I would have held it, that'd have been like $1,500, maybe $2,000, because it went to 64. But it's cool though. So right here though, this is stuff that you need to know, like this type of stuff, motivation to get you right. You don't have to trade every day. If this week already been a good week to you, like last week, because that's how VIP been lately, you can be done if no good opportunity is today and wait for tomorrow with all your capital. Being on the sideline watching, observing is a position too. So a lot of people think, oh, I got to be in something. I need to be in something. I got to have that money turning. A lot of times when people get in position, they losing. So if you keep yourself from losing and skip some days to make sure you don't lose, you preserving it. You know what I'm saying? You just getting closer and closer to winning by protecting yourself from losing. So always remember, just because you're not in the play, that don't mean you missing out or losing. Because you're going to always miss out on something. You can't be everywhere at one time. And once you understand that you don't got to catch it all and you're okay with missing. So stock futures are a little change after market rallies to all-time highs. Stock futures are near flat Thursday night following the winning session that sent index to new record highs. After the Federal Reserve made the decision to cut interest rates, which I told you is good for business. More money is going to be poured back into the economy. Consumers are spending, businesses will borrow money. Shit just be flowing. And shout out to the members that make moves on their own, still be going crazy. Shout out to Miss Simmons. I got MSTR instead. She up 2,000. I hope you sold for that too. Because just because we up now don't mean that you got to lock in. Got Palantir and Tesla up 312 for the day. Lock in. Me, myself, I made like 200 off Palantir. Then I rinsed and repeat. I got back in and had made another, or I did like 300 one time, 100 and something one time. But ended up doing almost like $400 off Palantir today. So now going into tomorrow you want to be cautious, but I am going to give you the coordinates on these plays. I got 4 good plays that you need to be keeping your eyes on that could move. You know what I'm saying? Fridays is them days with options. Man, I'm talking 500, 1,000%. Sometimes I done seen them 3,000% on a good Friday. But sometimes whenever Thursdays, you have a stock that pop off like Coinbase did today and did 12,000% on the option chain. Not 12,000%, 1,200%. Fridays will end up, being that Thursday. And you kind of, it ain't going to happen. But anyways, let's take a look at him and hers. Him and hers is up over 11.5% today. Guys, this right here, if this bad boy break above 56, 56.15-ish, 56.30-ish, to be exact, if it break above that, this thing could fly, guys. This could definitely go to 58, and if it go to 58 and break through it, it's going to the 60s. So definitely be looking out for this. And when it runs, it can run. And for the downside potential, because it is up almost 12% today, so it do got a lot of run, can easily drop $2-3, you know what I'm saying, from where it's at. So if downside potential, what we want to look for is 55. If him and hers break below 55, I'm going puts to at least down to 53. And I may not stay the whole ride. I could get in at 55 and get out at 54. I'm just giving you a perspective. Could possibly even see 52 though, break below 55. Above 56, calls, looking for 58, possibly 60. Next, we got Coinbase. Coinbase went crazy today, and if Bitcoin go crazy overnight or run back up, run to 118,000, run to 119,000, because Bitcoin broke a key level at 117,500, 117 and a half. Once it broke that key level, it can go to 118, 119K and start going back towards all-time highs, and that will lead for Coinbase to go back towards that 415, 420, back to 400 where it was at. Not saying it's going to happen in one day, but the next levels right here for Coinbase, what we need to focus on going to tomorrow is 347, a break above 347, break above 347.50, I'm going calls. 347.50, 348, I'm going calls. That bad boy can run up to, I think it go to 355 quick if it break 347.50. 355 quick, and from there 355 if it break 357 is going parabolic to 380. So be on the lookout. Downside though, because it is up nearly $30 on the day, what you want to look for? Coinbase showed me below 342 tomorrow. I'm going puts. I'm going puts for easy 5 to a couple bucks. I just wanted to drop a few bucks. I'm like I say, might not even stay for the whole ride. Depends on price action, volatility, and what's going on. That's what you want to look for Coinbase. So you 100% got the full map for Coinbase. 100% got the full map for him and hers. Now super microcomputer. I'm going to go over these last two a little bit quicker so we can go ahead and get up out of here. But super microcomputer, right here what you want to look for. Pay attention. Break above $46.15. 46.15, 46.30. This thing could go. It could go to 48.50 quick. Because when him and hers run, this usually like to run with it. Now for the downside potential, this break below 45.30, $45.30. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna do the puts. I'm just out of there. I'm biased towards the bullish way with this. If it ain't going bullish, I ain't want it. If it's going puts, it ain't enough room to where it could go for me to be interested, is what I'm saying. It got more upside potential from here than downside potential. That's what I mean when they be like, well, why you ain't interested in puts? If it ain't enough room. The ratio, the risk reward, what I'm gonna be risking, far as what I can earn, if this go in my favor going bullish, is far greater than what I'm gonna risk and what I can earn if it goes bearish. You know what I'm saying? So I just trying to break that down so you can really understand what I mean by when I am biased towards one way, but I'm okay with being wrong if it don't do that because I just sit it out. So last but not least, you got the full rundown on super microcomputer, right? Right. Last but not least is Tesla. You know we love Tesla. And like I say, some of the plays, like we just brought in him and hers. We ain't really talked about it all week. Palantir, we brought that in the other day, right? So we'll have stocks that we bring in that we don't talk about daily. But 9 times out of 10, when we going over plays and stuff, Tesla gonna be in the mix, Meta gonna be in the mix, Coinbase probably gonna be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be looking at the same stock a lot of the time because you got to become familiar with something so you'll know something. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know your own kids, but you don't know other people's kids because you're around your kids. You're familiar with their behavior and how they act, and whenever they lying, you know because you know your kid. But if you're around a new kid that you don't know and they lying to you or they doing something you don't, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It'll seem you don't know because you're not familiar with it. So that's the same thing I can try to get y'all to understand with the stocks. You want to watch the same stocks so you can become familiar with it. To become just like a human. They have behaviors. Stock have behaviors. They have patterns. They have attitudes. All that. You see it. And what you're seeing is actually what you're seeing. It have a behavior. So learn it. Get familiar. And anyways, let's get to this. Knock it out. Tesla at $416, down 2% today. Going into tomorrow, we know the demand zone for Tesla is 414, 412. And right here where it's at, 416, between 412 and 416 is going to be a crazy demand zone for Tesla. But it's not going to get real crazy until 414, 412-ish. Right now, people is kind of, trying to figure it out, like rather for it to make a move first. But anyways, that'll be the buy zone. If it break below 412, go and puts on Tesla. If it holds above 412 and break above 420, this thing could go. It could go back to 430, 440 and all that quick if the market decides to be, give us that run. Because sometimes the market can be stagnant. It can be flat. You don't really have to move. But lately, this year, since Trump been in office, the market has been moving. And it's been moving to the upside. But anyways, y'all already know what to do, man. Follow for more. I love y'all. Instagram, the BHays Show _. Feel free to join VIP. And you already know, man. We gone.